If we have to focus on specific sectors, we can talk about tourism, fishing, textile, and all these kind of sectors. What can you tell us about this?
That they are all currently impacted economically. I mean, clearly a typical example is for Bali. They were pointed out by many on the social media that you have videos of manta ray swimming in plastic, you have beach surrounded by plastic waste. So now tourists are saying, no, I don't want to go to Bali anymore. I'm going somewhere else where there is no plastic. So the tourism industry know that they really have to do something about it. And today what's typically done is hotels organize beach cleanup or clean their beach every morning, but it's limited. I mean, if we don't change things more upstream. The fish industry, I mean, we try to work with them because obviously they're impacted because their main source of revenue is being killed or contaminated by plastic. So now there are more and more models where they can bring back the plastic they are collecting in their nets, bring it back on land so that we can, that's a way to clean the ocean in a way. But if we really want to do it at a large scale, we need to incentivize them to bring it back. And that's often, economically, you need to find models that...
We talk, or at least we can read a lot of impact about textile on the environment. Can you give us a little bit more information about this?
Sure. 60% of our clothes are made out of synthetic fibers, literally polyester, nylon, acrylic, there are many. And the thing is they do... every time you move with your clothes, you have some fibers getting in the air. You don't see them, but they're everywhere. They leak every time you clean your clothes. They leak into the water stream, and there are really few water treatment plants that are able to stop these fibers to go into the ocean. And it's not like a little bit. It's the equivalent of billions of bottles every year going into the water stream. So this industry, if they don't try to find new materials or try to find innovative way to make their fibers more strong enough to not leak, they will lose customer at the end, or they will be forced by a regulation to stop using these types of materials. So they really need every industry that is involved with plastic needs to rethink the way they produce, the way they source their material, the way the material can be re-injected in the circle to be really circular. If they don't do it, in a few years they're gonna lose money.
Based on what you've just said, what can we do for the situation to evolve on the right track?
Try to valorize, and that's what we try to do in our business model, is to think, okay, what's the cost of cleaning this beach every day? So what's the cost of what's the cost of the impact on our health? What's the cost of losing my clients in the next decade because there is nothing put in place to properly collect the waste in my community. So valorize this and integrate them in my growth targets, my performance targets. So for us, the day that environmental and social impacts are integrated in the full business model, we win, because it's not going to be the economic fighting against environmental and social issues. It's going to be all together, like building a society that always includes, always make sure that socially and environmentally it's acceptable.
Transformation, which is one of the innovation in your industry, is transformation of this plastic into some energy?
Yes, because we knew that to act on the plastic issue in the ocean, it has to be tackled on land, where it's coming from. We're not cleaning the ocean. We try to make sure it doesn't go into the ocean in the first place. And to do that, we realized that we need to incentivize its collection. And to incentivize the collection, we need to give it value. And for plastic, it's not easy. You need to, and that's why recycling is not working today, because it's too complex to recycle plastic. It's too costly. And that's why even in Europe or most of our plastic waste, we collect it and segregate it in Europe, but we export it for recycling.
Yeah.
So we looked at what was possible to do, and clearly plastic is coming from fossil fuel. So it has a lot of energy power. So we found like a technology provider who managed to transform it into a synthetic gas with which we can produce electricity. And the good thing with his technology is you can work at small and medium-sized volumes. So you don't have to put together a big logistic for a big city. We want to work at the level of a district in a big city, at the level of an island, at the level of a small city, so that all the benefits, being economical, social, and environmental, are coming back to this community. And that's also a way to engage people.
Okay, super. Camille Rollin, thanks very much.
Thank
you. It was
you.
a pleasure to exchange with you.
Thank you.
This interview is in partnership with American International Club. Thank you very much for being with us.